somebody had to hear those shots go off.
Twice a week, he stands at the side of a family in pain.
He was a hard-working man, doing his best to live life.
They are mothers.
My daughter was shot twice in the back of her head.
Sisters and loved ones of the victims of crime. Much too often, the crime is murder.
And he was a good son. And I miss him, and I love him.
And the family is hoping someone, anyone, will help catch the criminal.
That's what we do, is we provide a secret way that people can give information that will solve a crime.
The effort has been successful. Tips went from about 4,000 in 2010 to nearly 6,000 last year. And the tips lead to rewards and arrests.
I think last year was 323 crimes.
Tips can be phoned in to 1-800-SPEAK-UP. An operator in Toronto will answer the phone.
There's no way to trace a call. Person that calls is never asked to say their name.
The caller is given a tip number.
If there's an arrest that results from that tip, the tipster calls us back and they're directed to go to a branch of a bank and pick up the reward anonymously.
All they need is their number.
They don't say what their name is, they don't sign anything. It's cash, it's not a check.
While the money is important, John doesn't think it's the main reason people call.
People finally, more than ever, believe that you can trust Crime Stoppers. The next is that people are fed up with crime.
This was hatred.
He found the appeal of a mother can touch the hardest hearts.
The one person who has the greatest likelihood of getting someone in prison to give information is a mother.
So John is working to get mothers more involved. After each news conference, the mother makes a robocall.
Like at election time, within a half-mile radius of where it happened, asking, begging somebody to please give information.
To know Andre was to love him. He was the kind of man that would do anything for anybody. His daughter's gonna miss him so much.
We believe that somebody very close to them came in their house while they were asleep and shot them both in the head.
We need answers. Rosie and Tony will never be at peace without these answers. So please listen to your conscience and do the right thing. Do the right thing and call them and tell them what they did to my boy.
Overcome with grief, Lisa Puma stood before reporters today, hoping Crime Stoppers can help find her son's killer, help find whoever murdered 22-year-old Tony Velez and his girlfriend, 19-year-old Rosemary Chiz. Their bodies were found in a field on Detroit's east side less than 2 weeks ago. They were both shot many times. Tony had been tied up.
He didn't deserve this. He did not deserve this. So poor Rosie.
It's hard for me to fathom, hard for me to try to understand what caused such a gruesome death and violence.
Investigators are trying to piece together exactly what happened, but they say they believe Tony met with someone at Alter and Mac, possibly to sell some electronic equipment. Less than an hour later, his Chevy Impala was found torched near the old Packard plant, which is close to where the bodies were found. Lisa Puma says she won't rest until she knows who did this and why.
It's justice, it's answers. I need to know why. Why do you feel you need to do this to them?
Jay was shot and killed. He was left there. Then the guy took off not soon after that and then locked the door behind himself and just left Jay there.
He didn't wake up that morning and say, it's my time to go. Somebody made that choice for him. He would no longer be able to see his son grow.
Everything he did was for his son. He worked hard every day. He'd walk to work. In the snow, the rain, he didn't care.
It was hard because he left so much behind, you know. Jay touched a lot of people's hearts.
As soon as I got the tip from Crime Stoppers, I notified our Detroit Fugitive Apprehension Team, and they acted on it immediately. They made the house, and sure enough, the suspect was hiding inside the house.
The day Dave called to tell us that Crime Stoppers called back, I was so excited, like, yay, we're actually gonna get somewhere. We're gonna get some help on this.
It gives them the opportunity to tie everything together and get some closure, some justice for their loved one that has been killed.
I guess if there's anybody that I need to thank, it's going to be Crime Stoppers. Like I said, there's nobody that put forth the effort like they did and have the resources that they do. Thank you.
We just thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts.
I'm sure there's not a day goes by you're not thinking about this right now.
Every day. Jay already had it rough to begin with. His mom pretty much gave up on him when he was, say, about 11 years old. It was a fight from then. Didn't get guardianship probably till he was about 14. He resided in my care up till then, all the way till, say, about 17, 18. Became his own man and wanted to go out there on his own. And believe it or not, where he got shot, his mom lived there. I think Jay was kind of chasing her, looking for answers, trying to be, maybe looking for, why the relationship was the way that it was.
Mr. Smith was trying to break up the altercation and tell everybody to go their own separate ways. Let's leave this alone. This isn't good. One of the gentlemen from the other group produced a weapon, passed it to the shooter, who then took the weapon, turned it on Mr. Smith, and began firing.
I had him one moment, and the next moment, he was gone. And not only was it devastating to me, but to his friends who loved him so much. Once we kind of figured out the story, we asked Crime Stoppers for some help. I was very happy that Crime Stoppers stepped up and saw that this was a case that was so senseless and that we needed to get the individual, the perpetrator, immediately. And Crime Stopper took the information really fast and got it out to the community quick, in which one of the good citizens in Detroit or our surrounding area saw it. And I believe that person, I don't know who he is, he's anonymous, maybe he just fed up with the crime and decided to give a call, and that got the ball to rolling.
Thanks to the generous support of our host organization, General Motors, the generous support from all of you, our sponsors and attendees, we have set a new recognition dinner record.
This is a great organization with a proven record of success when it comes to helping catch the bad guys.
This is what Crime Stoppers can do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping us to do it.